What's going on, everyone? So, I've seen this Avowed drama a lot lately, and I haven't got a chance to get to it as I was making other content and getting busy with other things. So, I did do a video on it the other day, but not the new recent drama that popped up by the moronic art director. And what do I mean by that? Well, I think a Valve actually could be a solid to good game. Definitely a Game Pass game because I always have Game Pass. So I'm just going to hit the play button on it and try it out, right? Without having to pay for it. I'm sure Microsoft can take this devilish shortcut. But it doesn't mean I agree with their stupid DEI woke political correctness agendas that is going on. Obviously, we want this the hell out of the gaming industry. But what I can't believe is how moronic this guy is. He's nuking his own game. All the stuff that the other people did that probably weren't a part of that just want to make good games, right? And are probably like a little bit kind of stuck in that boot camp world because that's what that is. Probably are pissed off because it's like we put years of work into this and you're blowing it in a few days, right? You're going to attack Elon Musk, you're going to just like you would think that you would be more professional, right? Being an art leader, right? Speaking for the whole of the company. But it's like today when it comes to these type of agendas, why are these people acting like teenagers? And it's just very embarrassing because I like Obsidian, but what the hell is this, right? Look how fast you can ruin something. Like, what an idiot. So let's dive into this. Let's see what Sungrand Studios has to say. Like this guy, he's a Sun brother. He's very cool. And we're going to react along the way. Like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I still want to play this game. I still want to enjoy because I love Elder Scrolls. I like anything Obsidian did back then, and I loved New Vegas. Obviously, there's been some staff changes, but for the most part, they still have some of that magic in there. So I'm gonna experience it as a Game Pass game. I'm not gonna buy it, obviously, because I already have the sub, so I'm not paying them anything. I just hit the play button. But yeah, I'm annoyed at this guy. It's like, what the fuck, dude?
But I guess we'll be looking at this today. So the reason why we are taking a look at Avowed is because of some problems with their art director, who has been basically sabotaging the game on the internet, which is very unfortunate. I think the game looks fine. I actually was interested.
Every time I see this, I have to laugh. Guys, what the hell is that? Oh man. That's so funny. Oh man, you have to laugh at this because it's so goddamn funny. I got to get past this, Robin, to keep laughing.
In looking at the game until I saw what this lead art director was saying about people and to people. And it's very concerning when you see people like that, because it means that their attitudes, their
Oh my
philosophies
guts.
are in the game. They
Oh
directly drive the philosophy and attitude of the game. So
yeah.
Matt Hansen is the art director of Avowed. Avowed is developed by Obsidian Entertainment and published by Xbox Game Studios. The game looks fine to me. I don't wish any ill will toward the game or Matt Hansen. So I want to make sure that we approach this from just a neutral position here and just describe what's going on and why it's pretty clear that the game is not going to sell well, and it's basically because of one person, because of Matt Hansen. So Matt Hansen
Yeah.
has been throwing tantrums on the internet via social media, and I was going to write an industry speech. I was going to put on the suit until I investigated the situation further. So here's the suit.
I'm
Sorry,
bad.
but this topic is not deserving of the suit.
But yeah, I agree with what he's saying. One guy just crapping over everyone else's time and effort. I mean, that just sucks, man. Because like in all of these games too, there are always good developers, and it's first and foremost not the developer being the issue here. It's people with that political correctness mindset. It's them coming in there and trying to take over and keep them hostage. If not, cause a bunch of layoffs and do a bunch of hires. It fails, and they do a bunch of more layoffs again because they've done the wrong type of hires and got rid of the vets and all that. And just like, when you just really think about it, it's just like so mentally retarded. Like,
And tie. And the reason being is I do not punch down on children or people who lack the mental capacity to defend themselves were I to address them directly.
yeah,
I do not direct professional critique towards people with mental health issues. And Matt
No.
Hansen fills all of that criteria. So I would feel really bad for directing. I do not know what pronouns Matt has selected for himself or whatever, but people who are unwell like him usually go by ma'am. So for the remainder of the video, I will be addressing Matt as ma'am, as I want to be respectful to Matt. And I don't want to get pronouns wrong in this situation. So for years, just a little bit of background, I've worked for years in disability services, in training and assessment. I work directly with people with disabilities, whether that be physical or mental disabilities. So I'm uncomfortable critiquing this ma'am directly, as it would be akin to critiquing one of my previous clients with mental health disabilities and mental disabilities. So the first point.
Uh, I mean, if that was the case, I understand what he's saying, but this is a guy in a position that you wouldn't expect somebody to put somebody like that in that type of position, right? Obviously, he is a little bit slow because why the hell would you do all that? But I don't know. That's a double-edged sword. But I understand what he's saying. If that was the case, obviously, you don't want to do that and be an asshole.
Point that we're going to make is this game has just lost a significant audience due to Matt Hansen. And it's a shame because it looks decent. There are talented, hardworking people
Yeah.
that have worked on this game that will not receive the praise that they deserve. The game will not sell anywhere near as well. And there will be a negative stigma attached to this game instead of just overall celebration because of Matt Hansen. This ma'am's childish tantrums will only intensify as we get closer to launch and as the game launches. We have seen this time and time again. Ma'am openly states that this ma'am set out to create a game to upset people who don't want games focused on gender superiority and identity politics. That is so difficult to say because of ma'am's pronouns. So Matt openly states that Matt set out to create a game to upset people who don't want games focused on gender superiority and identity politics.
Yeah, I mean, I just really think that this is a stupid, narcissistic, self-centered, and the wrong way statement. Because it's like you saying that you're controlling the entire game just to target him without including the rest of your team. Like, I just don't know. I just kind of think that there's something wrong here with that. You know what I mean? It's like you're speaking for the whole entire staff and for Microsoft, and you might want to include Satya Nadella in that too, in a way, because it's like it's gonna backfire too. That's why Elon Musk tagged Satya Nadella and said this is illegal and it's wrong. And I'm pretty sure the higher ups are going to be visiting in there, or I'm pretty sure they already did, because that's just intolerant, immature behavior. Like you can't let nobody do that and represent your company like that and just blow everything that quick after like years of work and just in general, like that's just not professional. So yeah, he's definitely going to be in some deep crap because of that.
Ma'am has said nothing about setting out to create a beautiful, inspiring, or interesting or exciting game, and Ma'am seems to only talk about setting out to upset people and get Elon Musk's attention. If you look at games that
Yeah.
are just widely celebrated and just beloved, you generally see developers and artists and writers talk about how they want to create something great for someone. They talk about their passion. They talk about their inspirations. Really celebrated games that people genuinely love and enjoy. Those games, you do not see the developers going on these childish tantrums and political tirades about wanting to upset people. So I ask you as the game.
I agree because he's doing it as if he's going to be fine no matter what because Microsoft owns them. Like I said, they have unlimited money and he can just get away with it and they're going to be okay. But it's like, I think you need to look at the bigger picture and look at the other people, around you and who you're representing. Just all that time, work, and effort. I mean, it's just why.
Gamer, do you want to play a game that was designed by someone who hates you and who wants to make you angry? I don't know about you, but I do not want people like that making my video games.
Yeah.
Secondly, this ma'am is openly racist against what he calls white people. This is a topic that I feel very strongly about. One of the very few things in the world that genuinely upsets me is racism. I never describe people by skin color, even when my friends do it. It really ticks me off. And I'm make an effort to be quite level-headed and cool, but this is basically one of the only things in the world that really frustrates me, because when you describe someone by their skin color, you basically put blinders on and you say nothing about that person matters except their skin color. The only thing that matters is the color of their skin. None of their life decisions, none of their life struggles, none of their skills, their talents, none of that matters. The only thing that matters is their skin color. And that really infuriates me. And it is something that I will be fighting against more and more, because our grandparents and our parents have fought too damn hard for decades so that we can have a good life, so that we can have easier lives, much better than what they had in the past. And people like Matt Hansen are destroying all of that hard work.
Okay. Yeah, I understand what he means because that's just surface level stuff. No, you have to see what decisions people make. What is their mindsets? The problem is, and even if there's problems in other cultures, and there is, it's just a statistic for higher ratios of just lower minded behavior. You still, when you meet other people, like individually, you have to give them a chance unless you just realize they're just not worth giving a chance to. But yeah, you can't just slap a label on somebody's surface and just put a sticker there, and that's it. If you don't have any experience with them, that would be shallow. No, you have to have tons of experience, and then watch and learn from other people's experience as well. And then if you got wisdom, you can go even farther than that. It just depends on the individual. But obviously, there could be problems in certain cultures compared to other ones. But like I said, even then, if the racial percentage is definitely a problem, you still need to give other people individually a chance, because you can't just slap all those percentages on every person that you come across, because this is not the case. And I understand what he means by that, because then that would just be immature and shallow.
I'm going to show a tweet here on the screen. So you'll see by Matt Hansen's message, by expressing this message, what he is actually saying is that if you are white, you do not deserve attention. You do not deserve to be an artist.
What is this guy, a Jew? Okay, so this type of behavior is actually, like, honestly, that's not what he's really trying to do. He's playing a game against himself, and actually, he's trying to be a victimizer of blacks. That's a victimized mentality. He's trying to get them to be in a position that they don't naturally want to be in as a whole culture to begin with. And what he's going to be doing is he's going to be creating problems and imbalances that shouldn't be there. And like it, to me, he is mentally retarded for even saying this, because this type of statement is just stupid. It doesn't make any sense at all when you really look at the way things actually work. Like I said, this is the type of guy that is causing nothing but division at the lowest spectrum. He's not doing anything intelligent here. This is just creating problems where they do not need to be created. It's a fake statement, but at the same time, like I said, he's trying to play this game. He just reminds me of like the Jew game, where you just want to attack a certain principle because you can't stand that they see everything that you're doing and you can't do anything about it. So you want to try to get back at them with another culture, but then you're causing the other culture to have problems too, because you're trying to get them to have hate towards somebody else where it just doesn't exist. And you're trying to put them in positions whereas naturally it's like your recruitment is corrupt. That's not the right way to do it. There's no love here in any of that. It's just really bad, and it's stupid and immature. I can't stand people like this. Like, I didn't really even look at this. This is just like, what? I think this is probably one of the most moronic posts I've ever seen recently. This guy's embarrassing Ubisoft by a mile.
And you do not deserve to work in the games industry here.
No.
And this is a mentality, a philosophy that we have to fight. I'm not one to rile people up or to try to get people to get up in arms.
No, 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 bro. You have to speak the truth as it is. That's what I'm going to say. What I'm going to say. Whatever it is, it has to be honestly what it is. A real man should be able to accept what comes out. That's the real honest reality. Wherever it's inside, let it honestly come out. That's what I like what Musk does with Twitter. It's about open honesty, whether it's positive or negative. Not hide the dislike and only have the positive there. That's imbalance. No, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? All that other stuff is just nonsense. So no, it's not that. It's just that's just the way that it is, and we have to accept that.
want to inspire people.
And one more thing to add in, you see, it's always like in that mentality, right? We see he's pushing the DEI woke agenda, and here they go with the white propaganda again, and then after that, it's Asian propaganda, which will mainly target Japan, and then probably China after that, and they'll try to get to South Korea if they can. But the point is this like that's what it is, and it's just played out, and it's stupid, and these people are just dumb. Nobody takes them serious. Just gotta say it, right? That's just the truth. Let's say how we feel, not be fake, because I don't sugarcoat stuff.
People to work towards something great. And what Matt Hansen is doing is he's trying to tear people down. He's trying to destroy people. And I will not stand for that.
Me neither.
By saying, I'm sorry, I said he. Wow. I'm very sorry. I will do 5 bars later on. I'm sorry I called Matt he. So by saying that Matt gives special priority to black people, Matt is saying that black people are not good enough artists to make it on their own merits and efforts, and that black people need assistance from a white savior in order to be successful. Matt is saying that he is the savior who will allow black people to be successful. That is what he is saying with this message.
See what he just said? That's why I say he's a victimizer. These people, like that's why I said that I don't feel sorry for him, because I don't think it's a mistake. No, he's playing that Jew game with you. This has always been a problem, like this type of problem right here. And then there's some people that think that's positive and come in with the same mentality because they have some fake hate where it's like these people never did anything to you because you've listened to false historical narratives and political agendas, and you think somebody's your enemy when it's like, no, 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 no. That's actually a more of a friend than you could possibly imagine. And like I said, it's a problem because you're playing the game of divide and conquer, and you're trying to make this over here seem this way, this over here seem this way, by victimizing this and attacking this at the same time and playing a puppet master.
This is white savior syndrome. He wants to portray himself as a hero. He wants attention. Mm-hmm. To make it clear, what Matt is openly advocating for is hiring malpractices based on skin color over talent, skill, and workplace suitability.
Mental retardation.
These are the hiring malpractices that led to games like Star Wars Outlaws, Concord, Dragon Age the Veilguard, and Assassin's Creed Shadows, and so many other more that we have seen absolutely failing because companies hired based on political agendas. If you follow them on Twitter, if you will echo their tweets, if you have special pronouns, if you are not white, your gender identity. This is what is causing games, what is causing media to fail so disastrously.
Yep.
So Matt's performative attention seeking is behavior that's indicative of someone who is desperate for attention, and he will elevate his or her or ma'am's language to gain that attention at all costs. And we will see this. This is just how it is.
Yeah.
These people are very simple. They're very easy to understand because they're all basically the same. They just copy each other. There is basically no individuality.
You're a bigot. You're an incel. You're racist.
In this echo chamber. This ma'am doesn't actually care about other people, especially black artists. If Matt Hansen, this ma'am, actually did care, then ma'am would have spent time researching artists, and then ma'am would have contacted them directly, offering opportunities instead of what Matt Hansen did, which is the equivalent of performance theater.
Yep.
What a genuine man would have done in this situation is find and recommend someone like Sean from React and Draw, who I'll show on screen now. Sean runs a YouTube channel called React and Draw, which is a YouTube channel I am absolutely sure is going to keep growing more and more. So Sean is a brilliant artist, and in his videos, you get to watch him create brilliant artwork. This is just, you get to see him create artwork while he discusses various news topics. I'm subscribed if you enjoy talented, skilled, and passionate artists who are excellent at what they do. You can find the link to his channel in the description of this video. It's so cool watching him work. I hope that he'll upload more often, and I think he would upload more often if there were more people subscribed to his channel. So please check him out if you're interested in watching artists work.
So you see what he just did? He highlighted somebody that's qualified, that's humble, and that he's not going after him in the wrong way to try to tear down somebody else and create a problem where there isn't a problem and create a bunch of situations off of the wrong energy and vibration. That seems to be a constant thing, that using people for the wrong means and wrong hiring.
Matt Hansen has said so many odd things, but this one thing stood out. I have a feeling Matt Hansen probably uses recreational substances or drinks and then does his tantrum tweeting after taking those substances, because the tweets are often, there's so many different errors, typographical or grammatical issues, and logical issues. So I think Matt may need some help. But there's something here. Matt says that Ma'am wants to live in the woods, which is so odd to me, because I grew up in the rural and mountain areas. I spend as much time as I can in the woods. I have family from those environments, and I have never met a single person who looks or acts like Matt. So pay close attention. I want you to look at Matt Hansen here, because this is not someone who is from the woods. This is not someone who lives in the woods.
No, he's a troll.
So I want to be very clear here. People who actually go outside, people who are actually from the woods, do not look like Matt Hansen, and certainly do not act or think like Matt Hansen. It's bad enough he's given California a bad name. He's trying to give a bad reputation to everyone else now, too. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. Let's all have a coffee and relax for the rest of the day.
Good video, brother. Love doing that. So, guys, I went deep on this because this type of stuff is very educational, and it's something that I would like to see 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds run into and realize, so they don't get victimized and brainwashed by this type of nonsense. Because they're going to poison their minds. Young people play video games more than anything. They're not targeting us, they're targeting them. And then, like I said, they're poisoning their minds. So, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to keep this up. I'm not backing down from this. If y'all been watching too, y'all see I'm doing tech coverage now, technology coverage, how systems work. I'm doing it all, you know, anything electronic oriented, gaming oriented. So, yeah, I ain't going anywhere. I'm going to be here for years. Peace out, y'all.